Hey there, it's Ron with Insurance for Texans, and today we're going to talk about catastrophic health insurance. Before I go there, if you love the information that you get from our YouTube, please click the subscribe button, turn on the alerts. That way you'll know when new information is coming your way. With that said, let's get to one of the core key pieces of catastrophic health insurance, and that is a critical illness policy. So while people are searching for alternatives to the Affordable Care Act on the individual health insurance market, one of the plans that comes up is catastrophic health. It's how we used to do things back in the day when we paid cash directly to our doctors and then worried to let insurance handle the big stuff. So what is a catastrophic policy? Well, it's composed of three key components, one being critical illness, two being an accident, and the third being the hospital indemnity. What we'll talk about today is that first piece, the critical illness, because it's the one that people truly think of when they're thinking of catastrophic health insurance. So what does it cover? The critical illness policy is set up to cover things like heart attack, stroke, cancer, if you were diagnosed with Crohn's disease, big ticket items that are going to involve complex care, specifically hospitalizations, are the biggest piece of it, because that's where the bills rack up quickly. So it's going to cover those items. And let's talk about how it works. So there's four key parts. Number one is the deductible. So if you have a heart attack, you go to the hospital, you're going to end up in the ER, you're going to wind up probably in the cardiac care, you may have surgery, and you're going to spend a few days in the hospital. Big bills. The first thing that's going to happen is the deductible. So that's $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. That first piece of the bill is on you. That's pretty common that we expect that. It's just become part of our way of life where health insurance is concerned. The next piece is going to be the covered amount. So this is going to be the portion of the bill that the policy is going to cover after you've satisfied the deductible. So if you've got a $75,000 total bill and your deductible is $2,500, the covered amount is going to be the $72,500 that's left. Now, that's going to be the portion that the insurance pays, but you're still going to be responsible for part of that bill, and that's the third piece known as co-insurance. So we take that $72,500. If the covered amount is 80% and the co-insurance is 20%, hospital's going to pay 80%. You're going to pay 20% of that $72,500, so that would be $14,500. And that is your responsibility plus the deductible. The last piece is going to be a benefit maximum. So every time the policy kicks in for a condition that is covered by the critical illness policy, there is a maximum benefit that you can receive during that policy year. It can range anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. So your likelihood of being protected is good. But if you are going for experimental cancer treatment that's going to cost $1 million, you may have to foot that bill yourself. And we just want to make sure we point that out. So what else do you consider, knowing that you are responsible for the deductible and you are responsible for the co-insurance? This is for big stuff. This is not for your regular doctor visit. If you're using a direct primary care physician, you're doing a great thing, because they're going to take care of the vast majority of your healthcare needs throughout the year. The policy is designed for the big ticket items, going into the hospital, having a surgery, long extended rehab after one of those events. It is real insurance, and the key there is that's one of the things that makes it different from a health sharing plan. This is going to have a claim that is settled by the insurance company. The bill's going to be sorted out, and then you're going to be responsible for your amount. That's a key differentiator from those health sharing plans that are looking to just reimburse you on the back end. The policies are typically renewable up to the age of 65 when Medicare could kick in, and that's going to make it different from, say, a short-term medical policy that you could lose after a year if you have one of these big events. The biggest thing that we can tell you is that this gives you options to those exchange plans, which have become very frustrating. If they're not worrying about how your doctor visits are handled, you don't have to worry about a network, but it still protects you from those big ticket items. And when you pair it with an accident and a hospital indemnity policy, you've truly got protection for catastrophic pieces. I'm Ron. I'm with Insurance for Texans. If you love what you've got here with this YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you've got a question about this policy, feel free to reach out to us. There's a link in the description below that'll take you to a blog article that will give you more information about this. Leave us a question in the comments. Leave us a hey, thanks for that, I didn't know that. However we can be of help. I'm Ron with Insurance for Texans, and that is what a critical illness policy does.